Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno, where the tension is mounting this evening as we're on the run all the way to Richmond Cinema in London for the UK premiere of Queen and Slim. What I loved about the writing of this was that the contrasting personalities and how they helped each other kind of evolve, and their character, that the whole arc of their characters evolved from spending more time with each other. Did you get that from the writing?
100%, yeah. You always want to play characters that evolve and grow over time. So that's the kind of joy of it. And I feel like Slim goes on a real journey, and Queen goes on a real journey. So, and if if the characters don't evolve and you're not going on this journey with them, it kind of, why are we spending time with you? Do you know?
Well, the other thing that I noticed was because we see in the beginning of the film they're strangers. Did that affect how much kind of rehearsal time that you had? How well did you know each other beforehand to kind of keep the authenticity of you guys going on this journey of getting to know each other as well?
Yeah, we hung out a little bit, but they're kind of at the beginning they don't know each other, and that's really what was it about. And then as the film went on, we got to know each other more. So it was organically like spending 15 hours a day with each other. You get to know all the sides. So. We shot it chronologically, majority of it, so that was really helpful. Because of the haircuts, you couldn't really shoot it back and forth. So.
And that's actually quite a gift for an actor, isn't it? Because often you're kind of going from different places to different places, so be able to follow that, again, the arc of the story and arc of your character's development helps with the mindset for you too.
Yeah, it really helps. It really helps. And then you're able to kind of just go, I know where I'm at, I know what happened yesterday, I know what this yesterday, instead of trying to piece it in the same day. When you're doing one scene from this, you have to go run in, change your hair, do another scene for this. So that was really wicked.
And there's some very thought-provoking themes within the film as well. Was that something that's important, the message that's behind the story?
Yeah, man, you always want to provoke thought, and no matter whether it's deep, dark, light, joyful, you want to provoke thought and feeling. So that's always what I look for in projects.
What I loved about this film is the way that the whole, like a domino effect, isn't it, really, what happens in the film? When you first read the script, you must have been kind of turning the...
It was a page turner. It was like, I didn't put it down, and I read it over and over and over and over and over again. I think it was so beautifully written, and I think the story was just, I was so like knocked over by the fact that I'd never seen a story like that. I'd never read a story like that before,
Because we see Queen in the beginning, and she's pretty steely, isn't she? But what's wonderful is that we go on there's a whole character arc, and she adapts a lot throughout this film, doesn't she?
She opens and she softens, and it's beautiful that is a reaction to something traumatic, That's her response to her trauma, whereas all the other trauma that she had accumulated in her life, her reaction was to harden, So it's just like this. It's a huge moment of evolution for her as a person.
Was it great for you as an actor as well? Because I've just been speaking to Daniel, and he was saying that you have the luxury of shooting chronologically.
Yeah, which is like you don't always get to do that, and you don't always get to just grow with the character and be on the journey with the character. And for me, being so inexperienced and it being the first time, that was definitely something that was like a really huge benefit for me. Yeah.
Obviously these characters go on a journey, but I think what is compelling about and terrific about this story is that the personal journey that these characters go on, and this whole kind of arc that for you as a filmmaker and storyteller must have been a joy to want to bring to the big screen.
Yeah, I really wanted to tell that journey authentically. I wanted to be on the road. I wanted them to feel the pavement under that car and have the landscape inform their performances, their characters, and that love story. I pushed to shoot in at least three different states, and we did. We started in Cleveland, and we traveled south to New Orleans and then to Mississippi. I also see it as a reverse slave escape narrative in a way that they're traveling south instead of north. And it was really important to start in Cleveland. Cleveland was the last stop on the Underground Railroad before slaves would get to Canada. Historically, it meant so much to us. It also has a death penalty, which is very important to Queen's character, and it's where Tamir Rice was killed. So it had a lot of parallels with our story, and I wanted to honor that and honor the people whose lives were taken by police brutality, and show the Black experience in America in a way that we haven't seen before.
And you were able to shoot the film chronologically as well.
We weren't. Somebody is spreading this rumor around town today. We did start in Cleveland, which is when they're pulled over, but we started at the beginning of their relationship in a way, yes. But no, we had to kind of jump around a bit and, keep track of the timeline of their love story and where they were and where they were moving to. I don't know who's spreading these rumors.
I'm not going to tell you who told me.
It would have been a lot easier.
Somebody in the film.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier. It's like time goes by and how quickly we forget. But I have not forgotten. No, it was, it's tremendous. Filmmaking is difficult, and, keeping track of where they are in terms of when you're shooting is quite difficult. So I remember that task, even if our actors have not.
And in the beginning of the film, these people are strangers. So I wondered, and we see obviously that their kind of relationship evolve. Did you want to keep the rehearsal minimal as well to kind of make the experience for the actors more organic?
Yeah, I actually did. I wanted to keep it, minimal. Also, we were forced to keep it minimal because we just didn't have time. So it worked, I guess, in both ways. But yes, I didn't want them to be too familiar with each other when they first meet. And I wanted to see their relationship grow. And I wanted to be a witness to that as our audience is witness to it. So it was both a blessing and a curse, I guess, that we didn't have a lot of rehearsal time, but we concentrated on the pivotal moments in rehearsal, but we tried to keep it as loose as possible.
It's the whole roller coaster, this film, isn't it? I mean, and it's such a page turner, but what was it that when you read the script in the first place that made you want to kind of be a part of this and get on board and get it made?
I think for me it was the characters and the journey that they go on, and they're so rich. The dialogue was so rich. Everything about them, as you peel back, everything felt unexpected. And of course, the subject matter. It's a really important subject matter, especially what goes on in our country and other places. And we just felt compelled. We had to do it.
It was, first it started with Melina and Lena and wanting to work with them and help some great new voices kind of find their way into their first feature. And that's been incredibly rewarding for us to be supportive of them and their vision for this movie. And then the story just was necessary to tell, just to put a bit of a spotlight on an issue that is a global issue was really important to us.
And we've got two great actors, haven't we? What made them the right choice for the lead?
Well, Daniel's, we saw him burst out. He's been with Get Out and all of his other work. And I think when we first saw Jodie's audition and the two of them together, they were just magic. The chemistry was so apparent. She was stunning and really formidable with each other, I think. I think they played together really beautifully.
It is beautiful as well how these characters really do unfold. It isn't just kind of this road journey and they're on the escape. I mean, really, it could be a play. It's really character driven.
It is. It's a beautifully arced story of them opening up to each other as the world around them is burning, and it's a really beautiful love story of seeing people drop their defenses and find each other.
They both kind of open up and find confidence and courage from the kind of contrasting personalities that they have, really. Don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the other beauties that I would think would be great as well as for the producers is that it was shot chronologically. So was that a bonus for you, or did it have its own kind of complications?
I mean, I think the opening was really important. We shot in Cleveland and it was freezing, literally freezing. And I think it was really important for the storytelling. And, listen, the filmmaking is beautiful. Melina is a beautiful, beautiful director, and between her and Tat Radcliffe, our DP, I think they captured a real essence of America, and America that you haven't really necessarily seen through the lens of these two characters.
It is beautifully stylized, this film, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Melina has a real vision as a filmmaker and brought something that we didn't even fully understand, honestly, until she just started making the picture.
That's it from the UK premiere of Queen and Slim. It's time for us to hit the road and time for you to hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.